right, so let me ask you another question. Do y'all smoke weed? Smoking weed, God honors that? No, he doesn't. So why do you smoke? So you think, so you smoke because you have problems. Why do you smoke?
Don't speak for me. I be stressed out.
You be stressed out?
Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily. First it started with your cigarettes, with the nicotine, like, it's really, really bad for you. The weed is bad for you too, but, you know. So,
do you think we supposed to put smoke in our lungs? Jeremiah? No? So, is smoking going to make things better for you or worse? Worse, what you say? So, if you smoking because you got problems, then what are you doing to those problems? You're making it worse. You add on to them. You got that in Corinthians? We're going to get to that. Yeah, read that.
The book of Corinthians, chapter 3, and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Now, the Bible is asking you, Jeremiah, or did you know that you're the temple of God? You didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You didn't know that. All right, read.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
Now, the Spirit of God will dwell in you. Right? Because you are the temple of God, right? That's if you're doing keeping God's commandments.
Yeah.
But he's not going to dwell in no funky house. You understand that? Because we're going to be chosen, it's special. Right? Read.
If any man defile the temple of God.
Now, any man, women, defiles your temple of God, not temple of Jeremiah, but the temple of God. Read.
Him shall God destroy.
No, he's going to make everything better for him for smoking since he got problems.
Him shall God destroy.
Because Karen is stressing out. She believes that when she smokes, it's actually going to make her stress go away.
Him shall God destroy.
What he's going to do to us when we do that? He's going to do what? Read it again.
Him shall God destroy.
So do what?
Destroy.
So do what?
Him shall God destroy.
So do what? What are you going to do to us? Now, how does that look today? How are we destroying our communities today? Gangs, fighting each other, gang banging, drugs. Yeah, you got it right. Right? When you smoke and put that smoke in your lungs, does it help your body or destroy your body? It destroys your body. That's why you choking. That's why you choking. Your body's trying to tell you to stop. But you enjoy playing with death. You understand that?
Come on.
So we got to change that. You have to change that. You got to repent from that. You got something? Yes, sir. All praise.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What he just went over, he said, if any man destroy the temple of God, God gonna destroy them. Do you think our enemies know that? No, they do know that. They absolutely know that. Why you think back in the day you had to sleep to smoke weed, right? Why you think they make it so easy now?
Bring it out.
Why is it so easy for you to just go walk in the store?
Wake them up!
Why is it smoke shops everywhere around our community?
Right.
Your enemy knows that God's going to destroy you for breaking his commandment. So now he said, you know what? I don't want these niggas over here making all the money off of it. But guess what? I do know that the Lord going to destroy them for destroying themselves. Let me make it easier for them to destroy themselves, and I want the money off of it. That's why now you got, along with regular cigarette stores, now you got dispensaries everywhere. Because your enemy knows that, guess what? As long as you in sin, they stay in rulership. Get that in Judith.
Wake them up!
Not slipping on what's in this Bible concerning you. Right. What do you think the life expectancy of you? How old is your baby? 3, right? Now, marijuana used to be some regular cess that you could grow in the yard, right? Now they putting so much chemicals and different things in there, and guess what else? They making so many different flavors of blunts and vapes. All these things is part of the eugenics program to destroy you faster.
Right.
They say, okay, we got them. We know they gonna smoke it. We know they gonna spend up their money on it. Now let's start slipping fentanyl in it. You know how many people died this year from marijuana they got from the dispensary that is laced with fentanyl? Thousands of them. Right now, you playing a dangerous game, and your enemy knows that long as you in sin, they're going to stay in rulership.
Bring it out.
Yep, read.
The book of Jude, chapter 5 and verse 20. Bring it out. Hail therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error in this people,
It says, if there be any error in this people. This is two other nations talking about the Israelites. It says, if there be any error in this people. My sis, what do you think error means concerning that? Or make it biblical. Give me a word. Sin. Say it with that word.
Right. And they sin against their God.
So read it from the top, but use sin instead of error.
Bring it up. Therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any sin in this people,
In the Israelites, read.
and they sin against their God,
So when we sin, who are we sinning against?
McDonald's.
Stay focused. I know y'all gonna go in a minute. Stay
Tell them
focused.
to come over.
When we sin, who are you sinning against? You ain't sinning against yourself only. You sinning against God. So the enemy says, if there be any error in these people and they sin against, and watch this part. Read that part again. I want you to pay attention to how specific the Bible is. Read.
now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any sin in this people,
In this people,
and they
Israelites,
sin against their God,
against who?
their God,
Who's God? What is that saying?
We sin against our God.
Right, what is that saying? That's saying the Most High God ain't for all people.
That's right.
If they sin against their God.
Right.
Why is it saying that? Because
That's
our
what
God,
he doesn't serve him.
our God is going to come send his son to save us from our sin. It ain't for everybody.
Right.
The other nations is right here saying, listen, if these people sin against their God, read,
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
we know that this is going to ruin them. And guess what? We going to stay in rulership. So put smoke shops on every corner. Put churches on every corner teaching them the wrong God. Teaching them this white Jesus. Put that in front of everybody. Put wig and weave stores on every corner so that they don't give a damn about their own beautiful hair. That's the same kind of hair Christ got. And they want hair like the oppressor, like the fake Christ got.
Wake them up.
It's sin. They said you sinned against your God, which results in what? Your nation staying at the bottom. Your enemies know this for a fact.
What you say? They ain't subscribed yet. So what I'm doing all this teaching for and nobody's subscribing to the page. It's time for you to subscribe. Subscribe to IUIC Los Angeles page. Get up on the latest scriptures, the latest news, the things we bringing out, because it's here for you. All right?
Psalms 83. They know this and they want you to not know it and not care about it. You understand that? This is why we out here. Because guess what? Nobody ain't coming to knock on your door to tell you what we telling you.
What about tithing?
We can touch that. Because guess what? Tithing has to do with food. You see, he showed you the 12 tribes.
Not money.
The Levitical priests, they didn't have their own land. So the rest of the tribes gave 10% of what their increase was to make sure that they ate. You understand that? But guess what? The Christian pastor ain't going to tell you that. He want a Bentley. Right. He want a jet.
Right.
Right? He want money that he can, on the side, spend on whores. They not going to teach you that because they not even teaching you who you are to begin with.
That's right.
Why? Because they work for these people. You understand that?
See, the thing with us is like we were just talking about all these different denominations.
Right.
A lot of our generation, our parents' generation actually, like my mom, his mom, my dad, his dad. They came out of that generation with a Pentecostal and a Baptist church, so they have that. It's like it's not that you can't say something else to them, but they really think that anything other than that is witchcraft.
Right, because they seared with a hot iron, like the Bible says. Why? Because guess what? If your parent was on, Master, I'm reading upside down. What did it say? If your parents was on the Smith plantation, they got the last name Smith.
Bring it out.
They got the, what is that?
Baptist.
They got the Baptist religion. So your last name is Smith, and you a Baptist. If you was on this plantation, what did it say? Mormon. What's the last name? Smith. What about this one?
White.
So generations all the way down learn these different religions from slavery.
Wake them up.
That's why they don't go against it. Because guess what happened in slavery?
Our names, like these aren't even the kind of
They're
names.
not our names. Your last name that you just learned is Zebulon.
That's
And
right.
this is Benjamin. This our names. But guess what? You know why our parents don't go against it? Because they did this to them. If you said, no, I'm an Israelite, guess what happened? whips on your back. You ever seen the show Roots?
Yeah.
This is what we talking about. So on Roots, he said his name was Toby. But if you put it in real perspective, they said your name is John Smith, little Johnny Smith from Baptist. He said, no, I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Wham! They whooped him on his back. They whipped him until they beat it out of us. And our parents is only a few generations from slavery and segregation. So guess what? They learned that the safest thing for the offspring was to do what? Comply with the slave master. You understand that? So now, what we out here to tell you is, those times are over right now. The Most High God has sent us out here to say, listen, it don't matter if your mama listen or your daddy, the Lord is sending the word to you today on the corner of Del Rosa and Highland. You understand that? He said, listen, I'm gonna put the word in front of you. It's on you to apply it though. You understand that? Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 2.
Read.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their heads. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
So your enemy said, let's cut them off from being a nation. You see them 12 tribes right there? We are a nation of people. Right. But guess what? As long as you think you Belizean, or I'm saying I'm an American Negro, we ain't gonna never come together. But if we know that we are the Israelites from different tribes of the same family, guess what? The black and Hispanic man, they gonna stand on the corner together using this Bible and raise up the sister that come along. If the Hispanic sister come along, we're gonna raise our people up. We're not gonna look at different shades. We're not gonna look at different last names. We ain't looking at that. All we care about is if you fit the curses of this Bible that show us that you are part of those 12 tribes.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
You understand that?
My dad, he raised me, but he's not like the same kind of situation I have going on with my man.
Yeah.
My dad, he raised me, but he's not my biological father.
Okay.
He told me, he was like, I'm Belizean, but I just, he said he don't know too much about himself.
Right.
Bright enough it's not bright enough when you
give me Isaiah 1 and 3.
My last name.
Right.
So that's where I was getting to.
Okay.
So now, I'm going to tell you something.
For my dad to say that his people come from the island.
Right.
That
last
light
name Holland, Holland, he don't match up with
it still came from the slave master one way or another.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my last name.
But here's the point right here. It's part of the curses that our forefathers got put on them for not keeping God's commandments. It's so common. And our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, from Jacob come the Israelites. You understand?
So who's the four founding fathers that they're talking about?
Who? That who's talking about?
In
In
history.
history, these people, they calling them your forefathers. George Washington and them people, Willie Lynch and the people, all the people who gave you a false image of Christ and a false identity. They saying that those are our founding fathers. You know what they founded? America. You know how they founded it? By whipping our backs.
Bring it out!
Those are not our fathers. Right. The fathers of the so-called white man, which is the nation of Edom. Right. That's his forefathers. Right. And that's not us. His forefathers did a damn good job of making sure this. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
Read.
The ox knoweth his owner.
What is an ox?
Animal.
Is he a brilliant animal? What do they use him for? For labor, right?
Yeah.
The ox knows who his owner is. If his owner's standing across the street and that's the ox right here, he can make a certain tone, whistle, or whatever he do, that ox gonna be like, that's my owner. Read.
And the ass his master's crib.
An ass knows how to get back home, no matter where he's at. He knows his master's crib. Read.
But Israel.
But who?
but Israel does not know.
The nation of Israel don't know who their master is. Don't know where their homeland is. You see that? So if the Bible is saying that, then the people in Israel cannot be the people. It said the Israelites don't know where their home is. You understand that?
Read. My people do not consider.
And they don't consider. You know what they consider? Where it's popping Friday night. Where it's going to be cracking Saturday night. Who got the smoke? You understand that? Who got the drink? Who got the latest trends going on? What's the new dance? That's what the Israelites of today are considering, because the other nations are keeping them from knowing who they are.
Read. Sinful nation.
The Lord says we have become a sinful nation. God's chosen people have become comfortable in their sins.
Read. A people laden with iniquity.
He said we laden with iniquity. Meaning, when people see us, all they see is ghetto people who don't honor their God.
So is the story of Lucifer the same? Is it real?
Of what? Meaning what?
They say how he was the angel of music.
This is falsehood.
All that was just
That's
all.
falsehood. The angels who fell from heaven is us, the Israelites. We fell from our position as God's chosen people ruling the earth. We fell to a low estate in slavery for breaking God's commandments. The Bible uses a lot of metaphors and similes to describe things that's going on.
Chris want to know more about who he is.
Come on, Chris. Come on right here. Because we showing the sister we have enemies who play games with our minds. They telling you, oh, God and Satan had some big fist fight and now he fell from heaven and took half the angels with him. You know how we know that's not true? Watch this. Read Job 1 and verse 1. Let me show you something. They play games with us in religion. Why? To keep you from knowing who you are and serving your God. What's his name? Chris? Watch this. Read.
The book of Job, chapter 1, verse 1.
Read.
There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job.
There was a man named Job. Read.
And that man was perfect.
That man was perfect. So when they tell us that we can't be perfect, guess what? That's another trick that they use to keep us from serving our God.
Read. That man was perfect and upright, and one that
and he was upright. This is the Lord saying that man was right. Why? Because he followed God's laws.
Read. And one that feared God.
And he feared God. Whatever God said don't do, this man Job said, I'm gonna honor what God said. Job knew who he was.
Read. And eschewed evil.
And
there were born unto him 7 sons.
Read.
And 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep.
Jump to the verse where the sons of God came walking along. Keep reading. Verse 6, I think it is.
Verse 6. Now, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves.
So listen again. Watch, read.
Now, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
This is talking about the angels. Read.
And Satan came also among them.
Who came with them?
And Satan came also among them.
So if Satan came walking amongst them, how is it that Satan is able to come with the angels and come talk to God if they had a fight and he got kicked out? Because they say that happened in Genesis. You understand? Now, this is showing you that they lied to you. Satan is, guess what Satan is? Read, watch this.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou?
The Lord said, where you come from, Satan?
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro up in the earth, and from walking up and down it.
That means Satan has a job to do, and he telling the Lord, I'm just coming from work, walking to and fro the earth, up and down it, doing things to destroy people. You understand that? So Satan is under the Lord's control.
He was already Satan.
The Lord made him who he is.
So he was never an angel.
He's not, the Lord has evil angels and good angels. You understand that? But we could go deeper into that, but right now what we want to focus on is you knowing who you are. Because guess what? This is the key to your salvation. Because the Lord ain't coming back for niggas. He ain't coming back for Spinks, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. He's only coming back for the elect of the Israelites.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is